Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
Hello and welcome to the KVJ After the Show Podcast.
Here. Happy birthday, Kevin.
Yeah.
Birthday podcast.
This is good stuff. Doesn't get any better than this. Having a nice cold beer with one of my best friends.
Oh, look at that.
All good.
You got your beer, I got my beer. Virginia's going to be a dick. No beer.
I got to go pick up Rocco from his third day at preschool. I can't show up all drunk.
Just get him in an Uber. Does that look weird?
Yes. I cannot go to the new preschool hammered.
Oh, that would be...
Give him a damn son.
No.
Hey! Give me my son.
They won't let me take him.
Get in the damn car. Good. Come on.
No.
Come on.
I can't
We're
do
going
it.
to the brass ring.
I feel like Rocco would love the brass ring.
Oh, he would, yeah.
He would love it. They got a jukebox. He loves pushing buttons.
Yeah, my kids have all grown up in bars. They have, and they've got a lot of fun things, for them to do and all that kind of stuff. And get a lot of parent shame for that. But,
We'd go to the brass ring all the time when I first got on the show.
Yeah, I mean, there's anymore. It was kind of funny because a buddy of mine. He had sent me this thing. He's like, going, yeah, look, I was. He lives in Minnesota, Minneapolis. And he's like, yeah, I was out on the bike this weekend. He's like, I went in this bar, and he's like, look, these kids are like 3 and 4, and they're in the bar. And I was like, yeah, so? But,
how are the parents supposed to drink? You can't leave them at home alone.
Yeah, but I will say, too, that South Florida, I think it's great because most bars here, or they're bars, restaurants.
Yes.
And there's nothing with, I'm hard-pressed to find, I'm not taking.
To the snuggery.
Yeah.
The children aren't going to the snuggery where they're
Right.
smoking still.
Yeah.
Which is always a little shocking.
No, there's not. There's no way there can because they have food there.
Just a couple of years ago, I was at the snuggery and they were smoking.
They were doing it. They were renegades. I don't think you can smoke. I don't think you can smoke.
No,
in the
I'm
snug.
the same thing. I was at the bar there. I remember because I'm weird. Even though I used to smoke, it's almost like I have an allergy to it now. It really affects me. I can't be around it.
It lights me up. If someone like 50 feet away is smoking, I'm like,
same way.
who is smoking?
Is that not a law in Florida? I thought if you served food, you weren't allowed to smoke. I could be way wrong on that.
Yeah.
I don't know what the law is, but yes, you can be way wrong. I've seen it a lot.
No, she's right.
Yeah.
Smoking. How do I even look this up?
I don't even. Yeah.
Because now you got a light buzz.
I'll look it up later.
You still haven't opened your beer
I'm
yet.
opening it right now.
Yeah, he didn't have a buzz. He
No.
didn't open his
I
beer
thought you were
yet.
already drinking.
No, I'm just not very bright.
You toasted without sipping?
Well, I was trying
That's
to.
bad luck.
Oh, okay.
You can't toast and then not sip. It's officially bad luck.
So
Oh,
it's
is it? I
gonna
didn't know that.
It's gonna get worse than rats in my kitchen and
Rats in the kitchen, what am I gonna do?
Yeah. Rats in the kitchen.
I did not know. Is that a New Orleans thing?
No, I think it's an Italian thing.
I'm such a bad Italian.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you are.
You have to drink after you clink glasses. You can't put your drink down or they will call you out.
The reason why I waited because I always thought the on the air sounds cool, but hey, what the fuck do I know? I'm just a bad Italian.
We have more than one beer. You can the next one.
I feel like this is a very small thing to get on my ass about. You know what I mean? Please control her.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, I know. What have I been saying?
My favorite place is in your ass.
It's not that great.
Yep. Population 1, Virginia, and Jaybird's ass.
Hello.
Thank you to all the well wishes today. I appreciate all the happy birthday cows. Rosalita in the chat room.
Aw.
Taddy said happy birthday to Kevin and his hair. Yes, my body is 45. My hair is 6 weeks. So thank you very much.
Never
Appreciate
looked
that.
better.
Never.
Yeah.
It hasn't.
Never felt better.
Even when you had real hair, I don't think it looked that good.
No, honestly, the hair that I have now, it's better than if I could grow it naturally. It is. It's
Brown
stronger.
beauty.
That's
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing some of the advanced because I've seen some people do stuff with their hair and it's so blatant what they're doing.
Yeah.
It looks fake, but yours looks real.
It's good.
We would have
Good.
told
I love
you.
it.
We would have told you.
I know
off
you
the
would've.
air,
Oh,
like,
you
Kev,
know.
what the fuck are you
Well,
doing?
I love them. I put the fear of God in them when they were getting ready to do this whole procedure. I said, look, I got people who keep it real. I said, if it looks like shit, they'll definitely say it. I said, so
Yep.
don't screw it up. I
Don't.
said, so
I
if you
will
make me
call
look
it
like a
out.
goon, then
You scared them.
I did. I told him. I said it's going to be honest. I said if it looks awful, like you guys are going to get called out. Like it's going to be,
There'll be songs. There'll be poems.
oh yeah,
Videos.
It would be jokes. I'm like, and then wait till the audience gets involved.
Oh,
They don't-
it's
they
a
don't-
bloodbath.
Oh my gosh.
You might as well get off of social media
Yeah.
because it will be
So,
ugly.
Yeah, I'm like, you guys are going to like the reaction. So
They will come for you and your family.
yeah, let's do this right or let's not do it. So yeah, they did it right. Pretty happy. They're going to do something at our beer fest. They're going to be out there, and I think they're bringing out only for that event. Like coupons, you're going to get $250 off, so it'll save you a little bit of cash if you're going to do it anyway.
Nice.
Might as well save some money. They got that, and then they got another way to do $500 off. I think if they allow you to add the two together, that's $750. I mean, you're pretty much walking up the cost of it right there.
Fancy.
Yeah. So I'm trying to get it because I know it's a big deal. If you don't have the hair, you want it. Let me see. Tat sent an email today. One of our diehards, but she said, for the first time ever, I am disappointed with the show.
Oh.
I can agree to disagree on just about anything except this. How can you glorify XXX Tentacion? Talented or not, he is a thug who beat the crap out of his then pregnant girlfriend, Geneva Ayala, and kept her in prison in a back room at his house for 2 days. See the picture below and tell me, how would you feel about this thug if this had been done to your daughter or friend, yet you put him on a pedestal? By the way, she needs to have surgery to save her eye and has a GoFundMe page so she can afford to do it. In addition to that, he was later charged with witness tampering and intimidation on the very court case for beating up and imprisoning his then-girlfriend, to which he was put under house arrest for. I did not know that you could go out and buy a motorcycle while you're under house arrest, but I guess following the law and having a moral compass is something he had. Maybe if he had stayed home like he was supposed to, he would not be dead. So stop praising this sorry thug. He reaped what he sowed.
Yeah, Kev.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I don't know a lot of the details, but I mean, he was not illegally out shopping for a motorcycle. A judge granted him the rights to be out and about. He's apparently granted the rights to be on tour. So that's why he was out of house arrest and not currently arrested. He may have been a terrible human, but does anybody deserve to die with a bullet in their neck in cold blood?
I can honestly tell you, I have no idea who the fuck he is. I've never heard
I
of
don't
him.
either. I guess I'm just fascinated by the story and that it's kind of local.
The first time I'd ever heard of it is when you guys were playing it.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of him. He had, I think, another number one album on the Billboard charts in 2017. It had dropped and came. I guess he made a lot of his own tracks in his own in his house. I think he lived in Parkland. He was shot and killed in Deerfield Beach. But this is kind of like what John Mayer addressed the other night when news broke and people were overly gushing about it and this and that, and people were then saying, how could you, considering what he did? And John Mayer in a sense just said, look, I mean, yeah, he may have done some awful things,
Yes, we're not taking that away from
but
it.
still, yeah, I mean, we should have sympathy for someone who was murdered.
Would you have sympathy if it was somebody like that was in jail that did horrible things that was convicted? Let's say someone like at a Ted Bundy level. I use that name only to paint.
Well, convicted is different. I mean, this cat still was going to be facing the charges, and I'm sure he did it. There's pictures of the girlfriend, I guess. But, I mean, I still would say that, shot in the neck in cold blood just doesn't feel right. If you don't care about him, care about his mama and his family. He's got a family.
Yeah, for me, whenever I see stuff like that, there is an element of sadness that happens, and I think a big part of it is just the fact that I'm sad that a person so missed what their true destiny was. I'm talking about the awful person that did things that were awful, because I don't think anybody is designed to do that. And I think that there's a couple different paths that we can go down. I think we all have got a purpose and a reason why we're here. And either you lock into and you find and you pursue that purpose, for your life, or else you just get distracted and you go down the wrong path. And so I think there's some sadness in seeing somebody who misses the mark. And obviously, if he is truly guilty of all the things that he did, he did a lot of really, bad stuff, and had a talent, obviously, that a lot of people appreciated. And it's all gone. So, there's a lot of things that I think are unsettling with the story.
They say they've arrested a 22-year-old by the name of Dedrick D. Williams and booked him for first-degree murder. So I guess they think that Dedrick did it.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I guess I really don't care that much. So I agree with you if you say we did the story wrong.
By the way, I'm disappointed in myself daily. So I get it, emailer.
I let me down a lot, so I'm not surprised I'm letting down others, too.
I mean, if I'm letting myself down, I'm definitely letting y'all down. That means the audience as well.
Yeah, well, we did. I mean, I think even when the story was there, I mean, I did say something. This is a little bit from the show today when we were talking about it.
Well, it's sad that you have to do it, but only you die to do it.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking.
Yeah, but there are a lot of people that don't feel a lot of sympathy for this guy because he had some undesirable things that he had supposedly done.
Yeah, I guess he wasn't the clean slate guy. But
no, not at all. So he tried to do the story, but also tried to let you know that there were some baggage that was going with him.
I don't even know the dude, so putting him on a pedestal, don't think that's really an accurate description of how he described him.
Hold on. Fuck you, Virginia and Kevin.
Putting somebody on a pedestal, no, didn't do that. Talked about the details, and I mean, I'm sad if rappers are killing each other and they're 20 years old. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's crazy, and I think it's happened before, and unfortunately, it'll happen again. And yeah, he may have been a total creep. It's just still sad that all of it. Sad that he was a creep. Sad that he got gunned down. Sad that the guy that killed him is going to jail or worse.
Yeah, it's just these
sad
guys.
That it won't stop.
Yeah, they're just making bad decisions in their life. Obviously, I don't think there's anybody that could sit back and be going, that was the right thing.
Look, when I was doing a lot of rapping back around 2008, I was very scared of whether I was going to make it or not. With that bouncer track I did, the battle rap against the bouncers, there wasn't a club I could go into without getting eyeballed.
Now, if anybody should be put on a pedestal, it's the VMK.
And what happened, Virginia? Tell the people what happened when that bouncer saw me.
He got bounced. Now, it wasn't even his fault. It was very funny. He was on the dance floor trying to shake his ass for the ladies.
Yeah.
And he had,
because that gets him wet.
He had just lost some weight. And so he's shaking his thing, and his pants were too baggy. His pants fell to the floor. Now, he had drawers on, but the bouncer, all the bouncer saw was a guy on the dance floor with no pants on, or his pants around his ankles. And they scooped him up and violently tossed him down the stairs of the club because the club was on the second floor.
They were the bouncers. He was the bouncey.
Choke first, ask questions later, and there wasn't a step I didn't hit. I'm kind of proud of that. I hit about 19 steps. I'm not even. What the fuck's going on here?
I couldn't believe it, but I couldn't stop it.
See, that's because of that bouncer battle rap.
Yeah, maybe so.
It's impressive stuff.
Thank you.
That is impressive stuff there. Absolutely. Let's see here. Got an email from Diane. She said, I heard that Suits was available again. What happened to his girl?
They broke up.
They did, huh?
Love burns hot and it fizzles out.
I mean, I don't. Is this public knowledge?
It is now.
Well, it was said briefly on the show. That's what she heard.
He said he's going to come in
Look,
and talk about it.
He's a man. Off the mic, we've been talking about it for, I think it happened like maybe less than a week.
Well, plus he's a hot commodity. If he is single, people need to know.
Thank you.
Got to let the ladies know because tee it back up again.
Well,
the ball is back on the tee.
Suits, what can you tell us? People want to know.
I am single. Yes,
Okay.
it did not work out, so
Okay.
back on the market.
Okay, there you
Look,
go.
this happens. In young love, I can't imagine actually still being with a guy I dated when I was 21. I would shoot myself in the face.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he'd be real happy about it too.
Oh, I was a prize for this loser.
Yeah.
He was just not what I want for myself. When you're young, you got to date the wrong girl. You got to work it out. You got to figure out what you want and what you don't want.
Yeah.
And these are lessons, baby.
Yeah, all part of life.
They're
all part of
they're
life.
part of life. But you had some fun.
Yeah.
Think about those times, the good times that you had, the fun you had with that chick, and then now you move on and find an upgrade.
Oh, yeah. This
Go out
is
and get
it,
hammered
baby.
and see you meet.
21-year-old in radio. Yeah, you're going to be doing all right, man.
Best way to get over somebody is get under somebody.
You're in great
Damn right.
shape. You're a good dude.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you. I appreciate it.
Big dick.
Big
Oh.
old dong.
Big old dick.
Hit it with the microphone right now.
I'll never be able to live up to these expectations you guys are setting here.
Gene Simmons alike tongue, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Jay Bird
Oh,
knows
yeah.
firsthand.
Suits,
Ladies.
don't ever do that again. He just
In your direction.
he just slithered like a snake, and it literally made me feel so weird. I feel icky.
Ah, dang. There you go.
Sense of humor.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's back up again. So when you see Suits out, you can come up and say inappropriate things to him. You're not going to be offending a girlfriend in the wings. So
Yes.
Yeah, that's for sure.
have at it.
Look at the camera and wink at it. Let them know who. There you go.
Yeah.
Man, gosh.
Tap that ass.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
Do this shit.
Yeah.
Suits.
Do you guys know how to make one of those little GIF kind of things? Because I just saw the video of Suits doing the tongue thing. If we can somehow isolate that, make that a repeat. Can
What's
we?
that
Suits,
called?
you have to make your own gift.
Yeah. Can we kind of work on that?
I called it slithering. What's that called? It's like not slithering. It's doing that with your tongue.
It's the Gene Simmons
The
thing.
Gene.
I think it's the Gene Simmons, yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It's so creepy.
We need
Yeah.
that
It's actually
as a
pretty creepy.
gift.
Yeah. If we can work on that.
Has that move ever worked on somebody where someone does that with their tongue and they're like, "Oh yeah, let's do it."
I hope
Worked for
not.
Gene.
You're
Yeah.
right. It probably did.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Suits.
No problem.
Thank you.
Yes.
Now get out there and slay, you dragon. Slayer. What do you? No, you're not the dragon. You're the dragon slayer.
Yeah, there you go. No, that works.
Allison from Savannah, Georgia, sent an email talking about the final straw in relationships. Said I listened to the show a few days late. She said, I heard the discussion about the final straw. I feel like I had to tell you about my 3-year-old relationship and how it ended. It ended because he'd always turn my automatic lights off in my car. I'd use my car, turn off the automatic lights, and when I would go to use the car, and since they're automatic, I never thought to turn them on. I'd forget, and I'd tell him throughout the years to not turn them off. We're having a fight, and I left to go get some food. I got pulled over because my lights weren't on.
Oh, that's it.
I got back to the house, packed up all my stuff, and left. It was so the final straw. I get it. When it's just over, it's
over.
It's going to be something ridiculous. You'd be going, you broke up because you turned off your. But it's over.
You'll never be able to get over the fact that you got pulled over and got a ticket because he would not do what you asked him to many, many times.
Yep. Got Candy sent an email here asking about wedding presents. I had a question, maybe mostly for Virginia. My husband and I moved here 3 years ago from D.C., and we've been married for 6. This year, we're invited to 2 weddings and cannot attend either. So here's my question. For how much can I make out the gift card for? Couple 1, we saw a few times a year at parties. Now that we have moved, we see them once a year when we go back to Virginia. It was a small, fancy schmancy wedding in D.C. last weekend. Couldn't afford to go, otherwise would have. 50, 100, 75.
No.
He attended our wedding. Don't remember the gift amount.
If I can't go to somebody's wedding and they send a formal invite, I always send back a little gift card with the return RSVP thing saying I can't make it, but here's a little something. I mean, I've given like $50 on a gift card. I wouldn't go much more than that because you're not going. And I
Right.
think a $50 gift and you're not going is very generous.
Yeah.
Don't go into the hundreds and don't feel obligated just because they came to your wedding. They came to your wedding and they gave you a gift because they were there. They had a plate. They enjoyed the cake. They enjoyed everything that cost you a lot of money. So just because they came to yours does not mean you have to give them a gift the same amount they gave you.
Couple 2, they met on a blind date at our wedding 6 years ago. We haven't seen them since, really, and I only keep in touch via social media. I know this invite is just courtesy. $50.
Say it again. They met on a blind date.
They met on a blind date at our wedding 6 years ago. We haven't really seen them since, and I only keep in touch via social media.
Yeah, $50 is fine.
Yeah, $50 is generous.
Yeah, that's more than fine.
More than fine, because again, I mean, you're not in touch with these people. Don't feel obligated.
Okay. All righty. Next up here, got Nikki. Sent us an email here from Lauderdale. She's talking about when her and her husband got married. They did a low-key kind of thing. They went to Vegas, got married in a helicopter. That's kind of cool.
It's very cool.
Yeah, they had on like the headphones and doing the whole thing over the Las Vegas Strip.
I like it.
Yeah, literally just the two of us and the pilot in the front seat, minister in the back, riding along. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I like that. It's fun little stuff. And yes, Jaybird, go fuck yourself.
He will be later on this afternoon.
Probably not this afternoon.
Yeah.
My dad's home.
You wait till the sun goes down
Yeah.
to lay that romance on yourself.
Yeah, it kind of bums me out when I got a boner and I hear my dad walking in the hallway. I'm like,
You're about there and...
yeah.
Hey, Jaybird.
It's hard to really get into. You know what I mean?
Heather from Lake Worth, talking about secret kids, said my dad had an affair with my mom in the 80s, and I was born in 85. His wife found out about it when my mom took my dad to court for child support in the 90s.
Whoa.
They hid the affair and me from their 3 kids. I knew about it, but they had no idea I existed.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
So now do they know about you?
Fast forward to 2017, I did one of those DNA tests to break down my ancestry. 2-month long story short, I ended up contacting them through Facebook Messenger. Come to find out, they had come across the court documents just months before I contacted them from the child support hearing.
Oh.
And that's how they learned about my existence. They thought I didn't know about them or my dad.
How weird.
They were understandably shocked to find out I had a relationship with their dad until about first grade or so.
Oh, my gosh.
And I knew all about them.
What happened in first grade? Did he stop contacting or did he die?
It sounds like they probably had that court case, the child custody, and then he just kind of said, screw it.
It got ugly.
Yeah. We have a great relationship with each other. We talk on Messenger almost every day. We all agreed our dad's health is not good. Poor guy's in his mid-70s, and it's best if he doesn't know we're in contact.
Interesting.
And I am 100% okay with it. I'm just grateful I finally get to know them after 30 years of wondering about them. Love you guys. Been listening since 95.5. Switched from country. All of a sudden, Kevin and Virginia were there. I remember Jason joining the family and all the ridiculous shit he's done. I remember crying when V had Mags. You guys are like an extension of my family at this point. It's been more than half my life.
What a
That's
cool
awesome.
email.
Yeah, that's an amazing story. If you and your siblings ever get together, send us a picture of all of you. I'd love to see that.
That's cool that they're all
Now
on
they're
the same,
bonding,
and they're on the same page
and
with
nobody
everything.
wants to upset Dad and
Yeah.
tell him.
Is that the right move to not tell Dad, do you think?
I don't know. If they know his health and they know it would upset him, let him think he kept the secret.
But it may not upset him if they are all at peace with it. That's probably why he
Right.
kept it a secret, because he thought it might
It
cause chaos.
wouldn't it be like something to be like, okay, at the end of my life, like there's,
All my children coming
Yeah.
together.
it connects, yeah.
I would think so.
I would. That to me, that's a sign to do it.
But respect what the group thinks. Like,
Sure.
yeah, look, they wrote in.
sometimes older people want to keep those secrets and they don't want anybody to know because they're shamed. And so
Yeah.
if they find out well,
Well, if I'm about to kick it, I don't want people talking shit behind my dead back.
And,
well, the shame might kill him. You might kick it earlier.
True.
and
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
people that are older, they want something cool to happen in their life, much like this.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I think as older people get older, they get set in their ways and they don't like the boat rocked.
Very interesting. Different perspective.
But at least we listen to each other.
That's right.
Chelsea sent an email about those kegulators. She said, Virginia's right about them. My fiance has one, and it takes a lot of work to maintain. There's always some issue with it, but
Yeah, especially if you buy them used like I did. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you think you're getting a great deal and they're on the cheap.
oh, it seems like the coolest thing ever. And then, I remember just freaking tinkering with that, and you had to bring a guy over, and it was like he was trying to get it. And, it was like such a great concept. I might have gotten 2 good beers out of it, and it was just so, it'd come out like ice cream.
Buy a new one if you can. Buy a new kegulator, brand new, and maybe see if you know somebody who's good with that sort of thing, like those refrigeration guys or a coolant guy.
Yeah, it's all about the CO2 or whatever that gets it's hard getting that perfect sweet spot level. Yeah, gotta really kind of know your stuff. Said, I don't mind because he looks so manly working on it. And you can tell this is a guy's guy. Look at this fridge. He's got one picture of a girl with her pants halfway down her ass, and he's got a naked bottle tap, and the other one's a devil woman. And the guy's got a lot of testosterone.
Oh, guy, he loves
He's a
old
man's
TNA.
man.
That guy drills you.
It's a beer fridge with naked chicks all over it. Yeah.
He loves fucking engines and mufflers and shit.
Yeah.
Mufflers and then muff.
Yeah.
He does. Goes hand in hand.
Thomas, a little heads up. Try this out. It's about.tavor.com.
Ever live up to it.
A little bit more insight here from Twitter Mike on the Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, good. I'm glad he's chiming in.
Yeah, he said the score on Rotten Tomatoes is the percentage of critics that gave a movie/show a 6 out of 10 or higher. So theoretically, a movie can get 100% with if all the critics just give it a 6 to 10.
Interesting. So they're not scoring it perfect.
Yeah.
They're just scoring it above a 6 out of 10.
Yes.
And all of them did it.
They would all put it in a higher quality. Yeah.
Interesting. Twitter Mike, man, he nails it.
Simple explanation that makes all the sense.
Yeah. In fact, I was reading some of the reviews. Have you heard about that new John Travolta flick, Gotti?
Well,
Yes, I've heard a lot about it because on my reality show, Vanderpump Rules, one of the chicks, her name is Lala, she's dating one of the guys that produced the movie.
Yeah, they had like 44 producers
Yeah.
on the movie. And so all these cooks in the kitchen. And I hear it's just like every stereotypical thing you've ever seen in a mobster movie, they do. Like they're talking with like their fingers, yeah, forget about it. It's just like so, and they're
come on.
They got the whole
38
scene,
to 9.
yeah, where they're like in the graveyard, like going, now it's business, yeah. One of the reviews, the New York Post wrote on this. They say Gotti flick is the worst mob movie of all time.
Oh, no.
I'd rather wake up next to a severed horse head than ever watch Gotti again.
Jeez.
But
I'm going to go see it, and I'm going to go see it with a real Italian.
I think, who's your real Italian?
You know my real Italian.
It's not
'cause
Jason Pennington, is it?
No, you're not a real Italian. You're just kind of
I'm
not
half.
toasting people.
I'm half.
You don't even say salute. You don't drink.
I am full half. Does that make sense? Full half?
They say the finished product belongs in a cement bucket at the bottom of the river.
Okay. Well, let's just wait and see, because this critic might have a beef.
Well, I think there's a lot of critics. I think there's 93 critics here.
They all hate it.
It's not looking good, but doesn't it have
Yeah,
a good...
it's got. I think it's. Speaking of Rotten Tomatoes, I think its score is a 0.
But I thought it said the people liked it.
A 0?
No, and I read about that too. That the people, apparently it looks like all the producers, because you can go and you can get people to go vote on it, and the amount of reviews that it got on it apparently is so many that they're like, when it's obvious that they're pushing people to.
Because it says 64% for the popcorn rating, the
Yes.
audience score, 64.
But Kevin is saying that that's mob numbers where they they shook their friends down to go leave nice reviews.
They were visited by Frankie Fingers.
Frankie
Yeah.
Fingers is going to pay you a visit if you don't leave us a nice score on Rotten Tomatoes.
It right now has a 0
Oh.
on Rotten Tomatoes. That's the critic score. 64%. Yeah, it's saying of the audience, but again,
0
that's
out of what? Like, how many critics have seen it?
There are 28 critics, and all 28 on Rotten Tomatoes
unanimous.
have said
Scored
it's
it
terrible.
below. Oh.
Yeah.
But I'm with Virginia, though. Fuck these critics. I'm so sick of critics dictating everything. They're people. They're just like me and you with an opinion, but they're getting paid sometimes to thrash and trash movies.
Yeah, and they always think they're better. You know, they have this elitist attitude. Maybe it's a movie for the people.
They were saying that at the review, when they showed the premiere, so many people were getting up and leaving because at the end they didn't want to hear the audience's reaction. The theater was almost empty.
Oh.
And there were like scenes where apparently at one point John Travolta, he yells, "What's the matter, you?" and slaps one of his minions. And they said it was so cringeworthy. People like, oh, when they just start getting up and like it was just right after that scene, like the theater's just starting to empty out.
What's the matter, you?
What's the matter, yo?
Oh, you're selling this movie because the shittier it is, the more I want to see it.
You want to come with us?
Yeah, what are you singing?
I'll bring a full Italian and a half Italian.
There you go.
It'll be me and 2 legit Italians.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They say that basically the rest is an excuse for Travolta to schmacked and for his wife Kelly Preston, playing Gotti's wife Victoria, to howl like Medea. So apparently he got her a gig in this. That must be part of the contract they have together.
If you ever are down and out and you want to feel just, I don't know, just entertained, please watch the John Travolta, Olivia Newton-John new Christmas song that they did. It's the cringiest video you will ever see. And I don't know, it's so bad, it will make you smile. It's amazing.
Okay.
Highly recommend it. If you like that kind of like, oh my gosh, this is fucking terrible kind of thing.
So has Gotti undone everything good that Quentin Tarantino did for Travolta?
It seems like it's kind of going that way, yeah.
Oh, that's depressing. Because, I mean, you think about the comeback. Pulp Fiction, John Travolta, what Quentin Tarantino did for his image was huge.
Oh, no. It's definitely the other way now. But you have to watch this video, Virginia. Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds pretty impressive. Let me see here. Got an email from Luis. Said, heard your story about the dead dog a few weeks ago, and I have a similar dilemma. I bought my daughter a hamster last week, but it died while she was on vacation with her mother. She called me and told me she wanted to see where I buried it when she gets back home, except I didn't bury it. I threw it in the dumpster. Should I bury an empty grocery bag behind the house and tell her that's where the hamster is, or should I tell her the truth? What if she becomes obsessed with the grave and starts bringing it flowers or visiting it daily or demands that it be exhumed so she can look at it? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that.
I would not tell her you put it in the dumpster. I get that. You don't lie to the children. I get all that. But if you do the little burial thing, at least she's got a place on a spiritual level she can go to and, you know, pay her respects. And that's good for the soul.
Take a Zuzu pet. You know what those are? Those little fake little stuffed animal rats. Wrap that up, not in a Publix bag, in a black garbage bag, so she can't see through it, and bury that.
Well, at this point, why don't you just get some fucking bones and put them in there? Just get some
Yeah,
chicken bones.
Chicken bones and put them in there. Bury that.
Well, now the lie is gone.
Don't say that you put it in the dumpster. That is...
Agreed. We agree on that.
That is not nice to do to somebody's sacred pet.
If you want, I'll donate my last wig. That's some chicken bones and you'd be all set. I'm just here to help. Kelvin had to deal with the sadness of an animal death. It is tough stuff. His name's Rocky. He's my fiance's puggle. I know my fiance since we were in high school. That's when I met Rocky over 10 years ago when he was adopted after Hurricane Wilma. Talking about the sadness of getting to know a pet, and he said, I think Kevin had said on the show a long time ago, it's not that they're with us for a small piece of our lives, it's that we're with them for their whole life.
Wow.
Deep.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like that one.
I don't necessarily believe in an afterlife, but for today, I'd like to think that our Rocky has found peace somewhere beyond us, keeping our father's company. Lastly, I just want to thank you guys for the great show you put on every day. It's been a great comfort for all the highs and lows of my life, and hopefully it'll stay that way, assuming you guys don't get fired again. Thank you. And there you go.
That's Rocky.
There's
so
Rocky.
cute.
Rocky's found peace.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that.
Speaking of which, trailer for Rocky 2 is out.
I saw Creed.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Rocky 2's already been done. Yeah, Creed 2 with Rocky Balboa in it. And they're going after what they did in Rocky 4. It's going to be Apollo Creed's son versus Drago's son.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's
Yes, it
not.
is. Yes, it is. It's pretty much a rehash of...
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh. And Rocky's there training
Rocky.
Apollo's kid.
Oh, Rocky ain't going nowhere.
Oh, yeah, no, he's still right in it. Yeah. Trailer's on our Twitter, I believe.
Did you see the trailer yet?
I did.
What did you think?
I think it could be good. I thought the last movie was pretty good.
I did not love the last movie.
I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was decent. I mean, it's not like embarrassing. Like it's not. He's not doing what Travolta's doing with Gotti. You know, I don't think he's making embarrassing movies. I think they're pretty decent.
All but Rocky 5. Rocky 5's the one.
Yeah, and I've
Virginia.
never watched it because I've heard it so bad. I've never watched it.
You knocked him down. Why don't you try knocking me down?
I think Panda owns it.
Rocky 5 is pretty
I
fucking
think I
awful.
saw like the DVD. I was like,
they got a character in them that's supposed to be like Don King, so only in America, kind of like that kind of character, and it's pretty awesomely awful.
And Lizzie B said, put another X on your KVJ map. Listening in love from Amsterdam. Lizzie B.
"Ooh, that's cool.
Lizzie B.
Yeah, put that on the map there,
Suits, put a purple star on Amsterdam.
Yeah, there you go. If you're listening anywhere outside of South Florida, let us know about it so we can add you to the KVJ Nation map. It's on our website at kvjshow.com. You can go and see all the people from around the world. Maybe if you listen outside of South Florida, somebody in your area listens, so you can be going, hey, what's up? Send them a message.
Yeah.
Hey, let's meet up. Get a drink. All right, y'all. You guys have an amazing day.
Happy birthday, Cat.
Thank
birthday,
you.
Kelly.
Happy
Thank
birthday.
y'all. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.